So it's a beautiful day here in Tsalquate River. It's Lechem, the round-faced moon time. The salmon are back and they're coming into our rivers. Coho and Humpies, Hanun and Tsalquate this time of year. Our beautiful family from the Tsalquate live here today. This is their current home. Prior to Port Hardy, the ancestors of the Tsalquate lived here at Tsalquate and at Adzagis, so these two villages right here at the river mouth. And you can still see little evidence of the old root garden, you know, these plants and medicines that are here in this little green space. So we call it Tsalquate Park, but really it would be Adzagis Park because it's on that side of the river. And the old Tsalquate chiefs advocated for these two villages. Owadi and Tsalquate, when they met with the Royal Commission, they said, we want Tsalquate and Adzagis because we want the clams, we want the trees, we want it for the fur-bearing animals, we want it for all of those things that make us whole. This was a big village because of how rich it is. You can see the long beach. The tide goes way, way out, and it's rocky intertidal, so it's full of clams, full of gawik anam and zoli and all of those rich seafood resources. And this is also the entrance into Hardy Bay. So as you're coming in from the ocean, one of the first villages you'll find yourself in is Tsalquate. When the old chiefs, Owadi and Tsalquate and the Tsalquate chiefs were advocating for this place and arguing with the Royal Commission, the Mamasa, that said it was theirs now. They explained why they had a responsibility to this place, Tsalquate and Adzagis, because of the trap lines, the fur-bearing animals, the trees that they used to make their canoes and their houses and their totems. They wanted the clams that grew on the beach here. And so there was many, many reasons given, all to do with the ceremonies and the economy of our Tsalquate people. This is a very important space. We've been alienated from it for various historical reasons, but we maintain our connection here and our responsibility to these beautiful villages. The concept of Awitnakyola and, you know, your caretaker, right? The famous quote by Basil Ambers, you know, we don't look at it as if it's ours, we're caretakers, we hold it in trust for our future generations. And so that is part of the responsibility of the Gigame. We need it for what they call resources, but really that just what makes us whole and makes us well. Being responsible for these rivers, being connected here and remembering the stories. So there's some really beautiful old stories and songs that we still know, and they're still part of our potlatch ceremonies. An incredible story of Wahap Lasu and Chachusunosu are here. We still remember the song of the Thunderbird and the Humsumtus and the Tuhuid, the war dance, many treasures and medicines that he received from this place. Those are incredible stories because they connect us here forever.